Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where it's attempt number 2 here to get the episode off the ground. That's always fantastic. You can see we've gotten some repairs done. I decided to swap the order from descending to ascending so that we can go ahead and deploy on this one remaining day this month. And so that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, the game always occasionally runs into issues, and this was no exception. So we're going to hop into the barracks here. I believe I forgot to actually update our pilots. Not that there's much to be done here, but let me just double check this. Yeah, nothing to be done and nothing to be done. Okay, so that's great. We're going to do this exactly as we did before. We didn't really get past the loading screen last time, so that's exciting. Which one was it? It was a battle mission against Merrick. That was Word of Blake there. I think it was, that's a duo battle against Merrick. Okay, so it was this one that we chose previously. Excellent. So we should be completely set up here and good to deploy. Note that we're leaving behind the Fafnir, the Mauler, and the Madcap Mark II, and the Awesome. Everything else we are bringing along. So that will be great. We'll go ahead and deploy this as is. And hopefully it will finish loading this time. That would help. Always great when it fails on that one, but let's just see what we've got. I don't even know what we were going to be up against. Hard to say. If brute force isn't working, you aren't using enough of it. Well, I'm brute forcing this mission right now. Sometimes RogueTech just has issues. It's a little janky. What can you say? That's just kind of RogueTech in a nutshell. Nothing of note really happened in the previous attempt. We just ticked forward. It was 7 full days of tick forward. There were no events that happened, and the only thing that happened was we got several of our mechs repaired. That was it. Literally the whole thing. So I decided no real point in doing that. We'll just go to the pre-mission autosave that RogueTech makes, and that'll be just fine. Shave off about 6 minutes from this episode. It'll be okay. So we need to destroy the Free Worlds League units. Commander, local government surveillance teams have picked up what we believe to be the signature of an active patrol of Merrick mechs engaging in reconnaissance near the borders of our holdings on this planet. This is technically not a violation of our sovereignty, but it's clearly provocative. We need you to send a message by destroying the patrol mechs. Should you encounter any other Merrick units, there will be a bonus for destroying those as well. A straightforward job, Commander. This kind of back and forth is typical on Periphery Worlds. Indeed.
All systems nominal.
Well, this is further than we got last time, so let's go ahead and begin the mission and see what we're up against.
Interface initiated.
Okay, there's some cover up over here. Targets are all the way over there. I'm guessing there's another lance. If there is, we don't see it. There's this island for cover over here. Yeah. I'm not showing another lance unless they're over here. Ah, yes. They're over here. Okay. If there's a secondary lance there, we can deploy here and maybe take down the primary lance quickly. We have access to cover, and we have access to water. We're hoping that these guys are going to be a little exposed. They could potentially block LOS. We see an Annihilator right up here. Okay, so that's a Hammer, an Orion, and I don't know what that other guy is. I don't like the fact that our Salamander has his back turned to this Godzilla here. That's not great. Okay. So who do we get to move first? That's our Orion. I'm going to put the Orion here. Like, all of our mechs have their back to this. That's very awkward. Hit odds aren't the best because this guy still has his 6 evasion. We'll go ahead and Warlord to boost those hit odds. And we are on Listen Kill here. And that'll be for the best.
Copy that.
Okay, we got some armor shred on that. Now, they do have 2 movers. So they move up their charger, and I believe that was out over here. Oh, that was our allied charger. Okay, never mind. The Salamander now turns around, and we're going to position right here.
Position confirmed.
Front arc is now pointing at the Godzilla. That's beautiful. We're going to Warlord. I would normally want to run AX rounds here because of the amount of armor that he's got. I suspect AX is, well, technically that is slightly better. AX deals double damage against armor, so we would need our improved ammunition to be at 70% here to equal it. So we're going to fire the AX.
Roger that.
And this is likely going to make him unsteady. Now, that's not going to be an ideal situation. We didn't get as much as I'd hoped. Our friend the archer moves up, doesn't do anything of note. Okay, this is a Warhammer 2C moving in. Shoots at the salamander there. Does some pretty solid damage to it. It does not make it unsteady, but it does strip off a good amount of armor. At this point, our Corsair can move, or our longbow. And we're going to move the longbow here. We're going to position it here. We're going to continue to hit that Gaussilla, I think. Actually, odds are way better on the Warhammer. And yeah, we're better off with standard.
I got you.
Okay, so that guy loses his evasive.
What do you
Our Corsair now moves up.
Copy that.
We're probably best off shooting at the Warhammer here. If we fire this in direct mode with shape charge, that's only 51%. So I think we're going to fire artillery on the Warhammer. I really want that Gaussilla gone. This isn't going to kill it. We're going to have to take one shot from the Gaussilla, and I hate it, but it is what it is.
I'm on it.
Bad thumper shot there. Okay. Our ally moves up, and what does the Gaussilla moves phase 14? Okay, that's good.
No.
The Battlemaster is going to move up over here. Again, we're going to have to take a shot from the Gaussilla, and I really am scared about that, but it is what it is.
Locking in target.
Structure exposure on that Warhammer took out a double,
That.
and we got a knockdown on the Warhammer 2C, so that's not too bad. Cool. Thunder Griffin moves up, does not fire. Next up is our Boar's Head. The Boar's Head is going to move up here, and I think we are absolutely going to hit this Gaussilla with the Boar's Head. Yeah, we could do more damage theoretically to the Warhammer 2C, but I want to strip off this artillery, or rather this, direct fire? Yes, I want to strip off this armor and maybe get a knockdown on that Gaussilla. That's a fantastic hit. A less fantastic hit from the Arrow 4. We made him unsteady, and now he moves. That's sad. Ow. We knew that would hurt. That's an LRM-20 Zeus off of the Orion. It's a good choice. Unlucky that it hit that arm multiple times, but we knew that was going to hurt. There was never any doubt about it. The Bull Shark is going to move up here, and we are going to fire on the Gaussilla. We can't let him fire again.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
And actually, he's straight up dead.
Enemy down.
Okay, so we did more damage to the Gaussilla than he did to us. That's good. They're shooting at the Salamander here, getting a little bit of damage in there. They do make it unsteady.
I'm showing minor damage.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
our Annihilator is going to move up over here,
Roger that.
and we are going to look to annihilate their Warhammer, of course. We'll go ahead and Warlord, boost these odds a little bit, and let's see if we can get this guy.
Copy that.
And indeed we can. The Warhammer's out of here.
Target eliminated.
Perfect. Losing that LRM-20 Zeus is definitely rough, but the Orion was always a backup mech. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, the Orion's a backup mech, and we may not repair it, actually. Somebody moving around over here. This is a good artillery target now. Good to know. That Ghost firing on the Orion. They're really punishing the Orion hard right now, but we should be okay here. Now, that'll be a knockdown. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about the Orion.
Ow. I'm hit.
So, the longbow is going to step up over here.
Copy that, Commander.
We only get direct fire on the Ghost. But we could strip armor off of that Atlas, and that is absolutely something that we're going to do.
Firing.
Cool. Let's see if our allies do anything of note. Nope, they do not. Okay.
Good to
Our
go.
salamander is going to step forward here
On it.
and get its stability back. Then we're going to fire on this ghost. The question is, do we want to fire improved rounds? Technically, AX is better here.
Roger.
Okay, we made that ghost unsteady. That's fine.
I'm here.
The Battle Master is going to step up over this way. We'll be able to fire on the ghost or on the Atlas. And we're going to fire on the ghost because we can fire our lasers, and we might stray shot the Atlas. We'll see.
All right.
We got a structure exposure on the ghost into a knockdown. Excellent. Okay. The archer moves up and does not fire. So these guys are moving around a bit over here, shooting at the salamander. Not much damage going out there. I'm a little concerned about the firepower from that Atlas for
Standing
sure.
by.
The Annihilator is going to move up over this way.
Confirmed.
We can fire on either of them. Hit odds are 18% versus 26. We're going to fire on the Atlas. We could theoretically stray shot, but I think it's pretty unlikely.
Engaging target.
Solid hit on the Atlas there.
I'm receiving you.
So the Bull Shark is going to move up over here. Of course, our
watching you.
artillery is going to be targeting this longbow for right now. And we're going to fire the Long Tom in artillery mode.
May I interest you in melting arm?
Nice armor damage there. I like it a lot. Next
Yeah.
up, our Corsair, also an artillery mech.
On it.
And that is going to still fire on that longbow. We want to fire our thumpers, of course.
Show me
Good
your
damage
war
there.
face.
Our friend the Thunder Griffin moves up, does nothing of note. The Atlas moves now. Misses its Gauss on the Orion, surprisingly. Okay.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
And the Boar's Head is going to step up over this way. That's also an artillery mech, so we're going to continue pummeling this cluster of units over here. We're going to, of course, fire these in artillery mode.
Roger that.
Good hits.
I think things are going swimmingly. Don't you?
They could be going better, but they're going reasonably well. The longbow moves out, fires on the Bull Shark. I don't blame it. That's fine. Okay. Next up is going to be our Orion standing up. The Orion is definitely hurting right now. There's no doubt about that. And we're
Yep.
going to move up over
Back
this
in
way.
action.
We would like to expose our left side to them,
On the move.
and I'm going to Vigilance it as well. Now, we could fire on the Atlas, and that's our best hit odds. This LRM-20 is jammed, and the other is destroyed.
Target
Sad.
confirmed.
All we can do is fire the Gauss.
No joy.
Okay. Next up, what are they going to move? Something out over here. Okay, that's that vehicle, the Shiltrin. Spreading out a little bit there. Our friend the Ghost moves up and does not fire. And that's the end of the round.
Commander.
I feel like reserving the Orion here.
Confirmed.
Okay. They're shooting at the Bull Shark. This is okay. No problem here.
Good to go.
I still want to reserve the Orion.
Roger that.
The Salamander is going to close in over here. Now, we've still got some AX rounds, and those would be amazing on the Atlas right now. We don't have a Warlord for it, but yeah, we absolutely hit the Atlas with the AX. That's going to be a knockdown.
Inflicted some heavy
Actually,
damage.
just unsteady. But that's very, very heavy damage to the Atlas there. Beautiful.
What are your orders?
Our longbow steps up, and we're going to look for the kill on either of these. The hit odds are better on the Atlas, so we will go ahead and take that. Are we better off firing Artemis 4 here? Yes, we are.
Copy that.
Was hoping for a kill there, but that'll at least be a knockdown. Cool.
Hey.
So the Battle Master is going to step up, and we can fire on either of these. 51%. We're going to go for the kill on the Atlas. I don't want that thing to fire again.
Die. Hit him hard.
Okay, so the Atlas is out of here.
Destroyed.
Our friend the Archer moves up, does nothing of note. We deployed very forward, of course. I wasn't expecting quite the focus on the Orion, but it's fine. That internal damage on the Orion is less fine. But like I said, we're probably not even going to bother repairing the Orion at this point. The Corsair is going to move on in over this way. We want to continue to drop artillery. This time on the Hammer is our target.
Confirmed.
Solid damage there, including a knockdown on this guy. Cool. The Ghost gets up. And let's see what it decides to do. If anything. What are you gonna do, buddy? Come on. Walks forward. We know he's right here, but he actually left LOS. We're gonna take our Annihilator out over this way and hope that we can still see him. We can't with the Annihilator. Okay. So we could pot shot out at this Chiltron. Odds are very low, but if we manage to hit, great. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
Yes,
Okay.
Commander.
The Bull Shark is going to position out over here. We're still hoping to be able to see this guy. We know where he is. But we're going to drop our artillery over on this Hammer.
Affirmative.
Fantastic hits there.
The Cobra strikes.
Okay, our friend the Ghost moves up. And somebody moves here. The Chiltron. Getting some solid hits on the Bull Shark.
Can't take much more of this.
Oh, you're okay for now.
Ready for orders.
The Orion is going to position out over here.
Understood. Moving.
And I think that we're going to drop our LRM-20 onto the longbow. We could theoretically kill it here.
Firing.
We'll see. And we did. Nice crits. I like it.
One less target.
So the Thunder Griffin moves up. And next up, we move
Standing
the
by.
Boar's Head. Now, the Boar's Head could again get kills here. We'll see what happens with our artillery. We're going to continue attacking the tiny Atlas here, the Hammer.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Nice. The Hammer's dead,
Are there none who can stand
which
before
means that
me?
all that's left over here is this Orion. The Orion gets up. It has basically no armor left. It's been shredded by our artillery. So that's good. It's going to go for the Salamander. Okay.
Ready to rock.
Now, our longbow is going to position over here. The only thing that it can shoot at is the Chiltron. And we'll allow that.
Here we go.
Odds aren't amazing. We'll get some armor strip on it.
We take
Next
full
up, our
order.
Salamander is going to sprint up over here. We're hoping that we get to see this guy, but we don't. Sad. The Chiltron closes in, fires on the Annihilator. The Annihilator's fine. No problem there. I'm a little bit upset at losing an LRM-20 Zeus, but honestly, that's not that bad. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it.
Standing by.
The Orion is going to position over here, and this is
On
kind
my
of
way.
bait for that Ghost. We'll see what happens. We're going to fire on the Orion. We could see a kill here. Didn't happen, though.
Yep.
Okay, the Corsair is going to move up over here,
I'll do what I can.
and we're going to continue hitting this Orion. Not a good pair of shots. We didn't hit the Orion.
Targeting system's janky.
That's not the targeting system. That's just
Commander.
low odds. The Annihilator is going to move in over here and continue to fire on the Chiltron. Odds are continuing to be low. Oh, those are both very close shots, but
Failed to connect. I'm
sad.
here.
The Battlemaster is going to start heading out over this way as well.
Okay.
Standing
And
by.
the Bull Shark is going to position out over
Confirmed.
here. We're going to continue to hit this Orion. We could easily
Locked
see
and
a kill.
loaded. Here it comes.
And there it is. SRM ammo explosion, and that Orion
One
is
less target.
gone. Beautiful. Our allies haven't yet fired, so that's a thing.
Orders?
Our boar's head is going to step up over here. Again, I'm hoping that we get to see this ghost, but he is still invisible to us, so we'll fire on the children for now. Not fantastic artillery there, but we did get some solid armor strip. We have 3 allies that move here. They have a ghost that moves up of their own, their Thunder Griffin, and their Charger. Okay. Nobody fires.
Skipper?
And so the longbow is going to pop over to here. And we're just going to drop in some Artemis 4 on this children. We don't really expect a kill here, although I am going to Warlord to boost the chance.
I'm on him.
Structure exposure, and he is dead. Okay, we got kind of lucky there. We'll take it. Next up, our Salamander is going to continue to sprint up over this way. We want to see that ghost.
Waiting for orders.
The Orion's just going to come over here and hide behind this hill.
Location confirmed. What do you need?
And the Corsair is going to close in over this way. And we're going to actually attack ground here. Right over here with our Thumpers.
Copy that.
Don't know if we hit him or not. There he is. He does get a structure exposure on the Salamander, but he's also super dead.
I'm getting blown apart out here.
That's in that arm. We should be fine. Okay.
Hey.
So the Battle Master is going to move up to here.
Moving to position.
Like I said, he's super dead. We're going to Warlord. Boost those odds. Nice. Lots of damage into that ghost.
Critical hit command.
And he ejects. We're out of here. So, I mean, they got that big first Gauss hit on the Orion, but beyond that, it wasn't too bad. We knew that Gausszilla was going to hurt, and there wasn't really anything we could do about it. We were just hoping that the rolls would be a little better. They weren't. Sometimes that's just RogueTech. So the question is that Orion worth repairing? And I'm thinking it's not. Especially if we can get another mech that fits a similar role. Like this Atlas could. We're going to take that partial salvage there. We do get a case 2. We don't really need that. Standard heatsink cooling, we don't need that either. And 4 Gauss ammo. We'll actually keep that around. So yeah, I'm thinking that we're probably just going to scrap the Orion. I mean, we've known its armor is low for a while now, and I've just been kind of waiting for an excuse to do it. Like, we've got 3 backup mechs as is, and we could easily get another one that fits that same niche, running like dual ELRMs and maybe even dual Gauss rifles. I'm not sure what that weight would look like. Dual Gauss rifles might be a little bit much for that. Well, actually, we'd have like 25 more tons if that was in a 100-tonner. That should work. Even with a couple of like medium lasers for backup. That said, this would only take 283,477 C-bills. That's not that bad. Let's hop into the mech bay here before we make any decisions. Let's hop into the mech bay. Well, we know that it's going to cost more than that, right? Because we're going to have to replace the torso. So let's hop into the storage and see if we can get a decent assault variant online. We're not going to necessarily get it fully put together right now. There's the AS-7A here. It's a lot of hardpoints. Not really the hardpoints we want, though. We want 2 ballistic hardpoints and 2 ballistic and 2 missile hardpoints, which, I mean, the Archangel would have that, but there's also the Fafnir 2. We don't have the parts for that. King Crab would almost work. Mackie, yeah, we're just gonna scrap the Mackie parts. There we go. No problem there. We're not gonna want a Mackie. Absolutely not. There's also this Mackie. Get out of here. We've got 6 of them. That's 300k. Beautiful. So we're going to get rid of those, and the Banshee, this is also a low-quality part. We've got 10 of those. That's 470,000 C-bills. We're going to go ahead and do that. Now, a Banshee might not be a bad option. Hardpoints aren't what I'm looking for. Sad. Bullshark could work if we had the parts. Okay. So I think it's pretty clear at this point that we don't have the parts that we're looking for. But I also think we don't need a replacement for the Orion right now. So what I'm going to do is I am simply going to scrap this Orion rather than spend the money on repairing it. That'll earn us another 200,000, and the components will be stored, and we'll be able to use that remaining Gauss rifle and LRM-20 Zeus. So that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and scrap it. I've been kind of looking for an excuse to get rid of it, and this is a good one. So we'll do that, and we'll get these repairs done. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to work on getting these repairs completed. It should not be particularly challenging to do so. Yeah, none of these are particularly bad. It was just going to be the Orion, and I'm not interested in spending the cash on getting that Orion back online. So that'll be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.